Let me know if you're getting anything out of this 40 by 40 series. I'm curious to know. For me, I just turned 40. If you're unaware, do a little recap here. And I made this YouTube video, 40 Things I Learned by 40, where I just kind of went through everything as concisely as I possibly could. And I thought, let me dive in a little bit here with some stories about how I kind of figured some of these things out. Because I've been doing a lot of reflecting. I'm thinking a lot about life, as you do at the turn of every decade, often just with birthdays in general, and being really grateful for a lot of the work that I've done. So we're switching into a new section here today on trauma and life, some kind of bigger lessons. I was actually on a date last night, which I don't really talk about too often publicly, but she asked me what I was looking for ultimately. And I said, you know what I really want is a hug. I don't get enough hugs in my life. But the reason I bring that up is not to get flooded with hug requests in the DMs, but is because if there's anything I could do for like younger Jay, if I could go back and meet the kid version of myself and what I've had to do for that kid version of myself, I do think that we, in parts theory, there are different parts of us that have different needs. And that kid has just needed comfort and a hug, caring, nurturing, the things that he never got. And in that hug, I want to make sure to tell him it's going to be okay. That's been one of the things that's actually been really hard for me to believe. And I've had to actually grieve a lot because I always wanted someone to come into my life and tell me that it was going to be okay. And eventually I had to come to that realization that ultimately I need to do that for myself. I have to be the one that steps in and comforts myself and lets me know that it's going to be okay. Letting go of that need, a very real need, a childhood need, so that I could fulfill it for myself as an adult was a massive step and something that was incredibly difficult. Not just because it's a hard step to take in general, but again, because it meant letting go of this dream that I've had forever, this hope that maybe someone would come and fulfill that role for me. And it's not to say that somebody can't along the way, but that's why I said, on this date, which I don't know how this went over, to be totally honest, that, basically what I'm looking for is a hug. I'm looking for a lot more than just a hug, don't get me wrong, but that'd be really nice, wouldn't it? So, if anything else, wherever you're at, just know it's gonna be okay.